Uh, Another video. Parole agent visit. Same story. Genital electrocution. Uh, the top part of your genitals constantly, like a constant electrical signal sent to your genitals, playing with my ears, talking to me constantly, 24/7, waking you up before you're supposed to, making it hard for you to sleep, stealing your appetite, forcing you to eat when you don't want to. The same harassment since last month. I have to go after things. I can't tell you guys a 10-minute story, but I have to. I can't give the same steal. I have to. I have lots of things to do today. So, all right. So one of the questions, police contact. So the answer is yes. I was charged for free speech. The officer knew it was wrong for charge for free speech. Go. No. I am still being tortured with implant that electrocutes my genitals, my ears, and my other body parts. While hearing famous voices. This is the 10. It's the 31st, correct?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's your agent?
Oh man, I can't remember. I have an appointment to see her at 8:00.
I'll look it up, no worries. Danielle?
Yes.
Okay. Danielle is out sick, so I'm going to let her cover agent know, okay?
All right. Yeah. I'll do it when they tell me. But anyways, like I was saying, so genitals, electrocute your genitals. Like right now, they are electrocuted. They want me to pull my genitals out of my pants, or start having sex. So even when I'm here, I'm supposed to be. It says grooming. You do what we tell you, and we'll stop doing things to you that you don't like. So one tool to groom somebody is electricity. Electrocute them, and they'll do what you tell you to do, and especially if it's the genitals, it's if you do that to the genitals, it's sexual assault. But they don't. It's if you electrocute somebody's genitals with from inside their bodies, there's nothing they can do about it. And you actually I guess it's a extra motive to do what you're told because that area of your body is very that area of your body is very like you're there's nothing you could do to stop that. Most of the time you can't bandage it, you can't, well, it's an area of your body you can't do anything. It's hard to keep safe. It's really hard to keep that area of your body safe. So when as I'm speaking right now, my genitals are being electrocuted. It's not enough to to send like a like a voltage. It's like a low voltage electrocution, and it's a constant avert like a what do you call that? It's a constant low voltage electrical signal that stops occasionally. So when I got up and got dressed, they started electrocuting my genitals to tell me to not get up, not get dressed, and to stay home. That's what they just told me. They told me the reason just now. But what happened was when I woke up, they started electrocuting my genitals. And then as I drive, my genitals are being electrocuted. And they're talking to me at the same time about having sex with men or reasons in my past that promoted them to think I would grow up to have sex with dudes when I was an adult. And there is nothing in my childhood that I can look back at and think would make anyone believe that in 20 years that man would grow up to have sex with dudes. There is absolutely nothing that could be in my past to explain who I am today that would tell you that person would want to grow up. Me today would be someone who wanted to grow up to have sex with dudes. I never did, but every day of my childhood, people spent it telling me to have sex with men or calling me gay. So, like, from the moment I started going to school, everybody I knew, hi, John. Hello, everyone I knew was calling me gay. As soon as I walked into elementary school, the kids would say, "Oh, dude, I think you're gay. Let me test you." They'll put their hands beneath their waist and give you like a homosexual test. Like, what do you call that? Like, test people to see if they're gay. Kids were doing it like it was a cultural thing to do. And now that I'm older, people are ignoring the reality of, or saying that it was my fault. That
I can hang on to that for you.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So, yes, okay.
Okay.
No, I'll be usually makes me put it down. Sorry.
No worries.
And then I'll put this over here for you. And then what else do you call it? So you test somebody to see if they're gay all the time, or you call them gay, or you say you're gay as much as possible, and then
Do you have steel toe boots on?
no.
Okay.
It might be this.
Okay. Let me grab the wand.
Okay.
It might just be the metal on your boots. Sometimes that's what happens.
I don't know. It changed last time. It used to be really.
Yep. So it's probably these on your boots.
Okay.
No worries. All right. Perfect.
So the kids grew up, and so did the technology. So the man's an adult and he has distance, he has space, right? He bought space. He got a job, he bought an apartment. He's not close enough to harass anymore like he used to. Like in school, you're surrounded by people who could harass you. But when you grow up, you get your distance, you get your space. So what do you do to continue to harass somebody at a distance? Well, you put tech implants. So it's like a cell phone inside your body, and you can continue to harass somebody like you were in school with an implant.
Here, so we'll go to the left right here,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go right in here.
In here?
Yep.
Okay. And then you electrocute you're trying to prove a point that all those years of harassment in school, you weren't joking. You wanted that person to grow up to be gay.
All right. So I'm Valerie. I'm not sure if you remember me. I was at your last home visit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, kinda, slightly.
Kinda. That's
Yeah.
okay. All right. So Danielle's out today, so I'm just doing a quick check-in with you. Nothing too major. Any police contact?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
So I was driving to work again, and once again, I seen police officers at an intersection, and I've said this for 6 years. I think it's been 6 years. These police officers continue to show up to intersections exactly when I do, or shoot through the intersection as I do, or bring attention to themselves at intersections. So for the same amount of time, I've said, "Go fuck yourself." Multiple times. I mean, I think I've said at least 10,000, maybe thousands of times. I don't know, but I know for the last 6 years I've done that, and it's at least 8 or 9 times a day where I could see a police officer at an intersection or somewhere surrounding me nearby. Wherever I go, if I arrive to a restaurant, there'd be a cop across the street. If I arrive to and it's not entertaining. I don't feel comfortable. You have to do it by stalking that person. So like walking up to somebody, following somebody and tell them that their tire's blown out, or like I don't know, waiting outside of work to tell somebody that something is wrong, or you remember something, makes people feel uncomfortable that you were waiting out there to tell them something that really wasn't as important as all the waiting you did. So it's like you're doing something bad to try to be nice to somebody, but people see the whole picture. And the whole picture is you're doing something inappropriate to try to say you're being helpful or whatever, even if that's the case. If not, I don't care. It's stalking and it's harassment. And they're using intimidation. So every time I deny a gay person sex, a police officer shortly after shows up. So if I'm if I was just somewhere and some gay dude or gay woman tried to offer sex to me or flirt with me, and even if it's like the lightest flirtation, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. However slightly I say or do that or give that off, shortly after, a police officer will show up. And he will do so at an intersection, use a squad car as an intimidation tool. And I've said every single time that happens, this sequence of events happens, go fuck yourself. And I did it again. The police officer yesterday decided to justify giving me a disorderly conduct ticket because there was a child in the vicinity of the officer, which absolutely does not change free speech. And he knew that. And I'm positive he knew that. I know he knows that the free speech is allowed no matter where you are. And he did something that was against the United States Constitution. I'm not a free speech guy. I don't go onto YouTube and do the free speech tests everywhere you go. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to stop the stalking and the harassment and the intimidation. So I don't pull my camera out to catch police officers violating people's constitutional rights. I don't do that. I pull it out when they're stalking or harassing me and I have time to tell. So my purpose isn't to be a YouTuber who